Welcome to the Filmmakers Forward Podcast.
What's up, guys? We are Filmmakers Forward. I'm J.A. Levi.
My name is Chris Kiujian.
And I'm Timothy Dominguez.
Anything new lately? And what's in store?
I mean, I've been pretty busy with work. As you guys know, I've been kind of out of it for a little while. I'm trying to get myself back into it. Work can be very time consuming, and it all depends on what you want. You can follow or your career or your job, or you can do something for your passion. So you have to find a nice balance, especially if some people don't have dreams, aspirations, or passions, so they just work and then do whatever they want on their off time. But if you have that, then you have to make those sacrifices sometime. You need to see what's more worth it and whatnot.
Yeah, I agree 100%. It's like you said, it's finding that balance because, like you said, some people don't have dreams or aspirations, but when you do, I guess it always comes down to like how much are you willing to sacrifice? You know what I mean? Like you say you want this, this is your dream. How bad do you want it? The obstacles come and stuff, and then people will tend, and it usually comes, like you said, working on a job. Like we all have to work and have to pay bills, but sometimes, and I don't think a lot of people, especially filmmakers, talk about that part. But the struggle side of it is like you're really, at one point, it may come down to like paying the rent or this dream of yours. You know what I mean? It really, how much are you willing to sacrifice? And I think that departs the people who are serious about pursuing this dream, and people who just say they're passionate about something but don't really show for it. But as far as for me, I'm on my last month of school. I graduated on the 31st of January. Set to graduate that day. I'm in my last class. I'm in a creative communications class, so it's a lot of public speaking, which I'm not.
You're doing right now?
I'm doing it. I'm doing it. But it's different because right here I know you guys and everything, but as opposed to talking to your class, and people who, it's like, but. Yeah, other than that, I mean, we just released Small Problems, which I'm very proud about. I believe the interview's already out about that. And Timothy, what's new with you?
Well, what's new with me is just continued stress and about the future and doing acting stuff. Thanks. And I put in my 2 weeks at Girl Scouts.
Yeah. Pursuing his dreams.
Only because I need to go part-time in the job that I'm doing right now. It's just
right.
They said it can't be part-time, so and I want to do more acting in 2024, and I need more time, and that's the way it's going to be. So I had to make the step.
What's the stress? You said you're stressed out.
Just in general, pursuing something else. I mean, it's just another. It's basically like another job, and nothing has come from it yet. And nothing major has come from it yet.
You hear that, guys?
That's what I think. That's
nothing. But that is kind of how people gauge it. People, on the outside.
Are you doing this for other people?
No, but how people view it, and
I get you.
And how people you're close to view it. I mean, a lot of my friends and a lot of my family are understanding of this is a job in the arts, so that takes a significant amount of effort to jump into it, especially when it's so impacted with people wanting to do their passions, and it's just hard. Just a general sense of stress, I have to work to get paid, to pay the bills, and then I also want to do this, hopefully for a career, and then, it's just the time that it takes out of your life just daily, and it's just hard doing it.
I really wanted you to escalate in anger and frustration until you just blew up about it.
No.
It takes, you work, you're trying to chase your dreams, and damn it, man, I just want to do what I want to do. My family keeps.
Right, but no, I think he's 100% right though.
No, it is.
It's like,
I'm feeling the same thing. You get what I mean?
Yeah.
It's like you said, like, especially, I know personally for me, I've been fortunate and blessed enough to have the opportunity to act in a handful of films this year, even outside of FF. But, as we all know, the post-production can take a while sometimes, and it's that feeling of, like, I say I'm an actor, but, and I've been struggling and, putting myself in these financial crises and whatever, personal situations, but I feel like I've done so much, but I don't have anything to show for it, And that's the thing about just going into this. It's I think, what do you guys have to say about, like, we go into this where we know the percentage of making it in the industry is like really low, but what is it that keeps you going, like, no matter what,
Well, I want to touch back onto what we all touched on right there. Well, you guys touched on, and it's the fact that, this is my opinion, of course, like, first of all, we're viewing it as, what do we have to show for, you know? First of all, as we know, these things take time,
right?
Doing even a short can take easily a month,
right?
From pre-production to filming to editing, and like, for example, for me, in my experience of what, like, I've done, I haven't done a lot, but I know that I've done enough. You get what I mean? Like, you have to be, you can't be, it's all depending on you. You want to be hard on yourself. If that's the motivation for you, then that's what you got to do. If for you, it's like, I need to know I'm stable with my income, so I can focus on doing this stuff, or it's like, I don't care if I'm struggling, as long as I'm doing what I need to be happy and going where I need to go. But don't judge it off of, like, this is my opinion, again, don't judge it off like, what are people gonna say? I've only done 3 shorts or something, it's like, that doesn't matter, right? Think of it, there's a quote, right? People overestimate what they can do in 1 year and underestimate what they can do in 10 years.
What do you have to say about that? Like,
no, I agree. I agree that you shouldn't let everyone else hinder your journey to what you want to do. I mean, that's essentially what it is, and it's just hard, especially when you get those failures. It's just hard in general to continue to persevere through it and to still do it, even though you're not seeing the kind of, like, the big progress. But people get stuck in, like, the temporary, like, maybe like month or year, but they're not thinking of the long term. And in general, I think that hurts a lot of people and what they actually want to do.
Yeah.
Because they just quit or they just go dormant for a little bit. But everyone has their own personal journey.
Well, they're only looking at the end result and not the work that's being put into it.
Yeah.
And the way that I compare it to is, like, kind of how, like, social media, how we only post the happy moments, that what people, like, what we want people to see, but they don't know, like, what goes
the struggle behind
exactly, what happens behind closed doors. But I guess what I also wanted to ask you guys is, like, of course, at least I know it's the same for you guys, and personally, it's like, it's not about fame, it's not about the money, but what would you say is your motivating force to keep going? That even with all that you got going on, what is it that keeps you going into this industry, this work of business? What is it that keeps you going?
I mean, for me personally, it's change. If one of my stories can help, one of our stories can help someone out there in any way, that's worth it. If one of our stories can show a perspective that needs to be seen by other people, that's already worth it. This industry has so much influence, whether it's the celebrities and how people watch everything that they do and they consider them role models, or it's how films speak to people, You know, what type of messages they can convey, all that stuff. So for me, it's a tool to try bettering the world in my way. You know?
Yeah. For me, it's similar. I just, I want to do, in anything that I do, I want to do the best that I can. And I don't want to, I don't want to deviate from kind of my morals, I guess you would say, into getting what like I kind of desire. Like I want this as a career, but I don't want it to be tainted from
a naked shower scene.
From like influences that I'm like persuaded to do. Like I want to keep it exactly how I want to do it. So like for certain jobs, like I'm gonna be, I'm not gonna take some of them.
This is my limit. This is what, yeah.
But that's kind of deviating from the question. But I want to do things that I think I love to do, and it also puts in perspective of whoever's going through the same situation. And people like going to the movies. They like watching TV shows because they kind of, it's escapism. They like to immerse themselves in and be in the world and with a character. They like to identify with a character, and I experienced that too, because I like playing video games,
right.
And it's very similar because you like immersing yourself in the world. If you play an RPG or something, you just you escape from reality. It's a coping mechanism of things that are happening in the world, especially when there's a lot going on in your life. And everyone has their problems, but just to get a little bit, to alleviate a little bit of that, that's what I like, and that's what part of why I do it.
I actually like that you said that it's a way of a coping mechanism. I always said that music is my coping mechanism, but acting and just filmmaking is my form of escapism. Getting lost in the world.
And I want to tell you guys, like, I've been doing this type of stuff since 2020. And as much as I would have like an expectation of where I should be by now, for example, right? The point is we do it, man.
Yeah.
As long as we do it, that's it. I don't care where we are, what we're doing, just do it. For me, it's like, as I said, we inspired me. Obviously the goal is help inspire other people, impact.
But for anyone out there that has a passion, other than that, is really it really does narrow down to how bad do you want it,
Mm-hmm. But we're moving forward, baby.
Moving forward.
Well, guys, thank you for tuning in and listening to the Filmmakers Forward podcast. We hope to see you next time.